day. I'm Janet Karim, a diplomat here at Malawi Mission to the UN and also a correspondent for Malawi UN channel. Joining me now is Dr. Mwansambo, who is amongst the delegation that is led by the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Honorable Arthur Peter Mutharika. And I just want to find out from you, Dr. Mwansambo, you've just finished attending a two-day meeting, a high-level meeting on non-communicable diseases. First of all, I would like you to give us a background. What is non-communicable diseases? And then we'll get to the point where you have to tell me about why the emphasis on non-communicable diseases.
Well, as the name implies, non-communicable diseases are those diseases that are not infectious and cannot be passed on from one individual to another. Emphasis previously has been on the infectious diseases, but now globally we've noticed that the non-infectious or non-communicable diseases are taking over. In fact, it's a major cause of death, surpassing all other conditions combined. And it is estimated that up to 63% of all deaths are caused by NTDs globally. For Malawi, we did a study in 2009, coordinated by the World Health Organization, looking at how big a burden this is. And out of there, we discovered that it is a significant problem in Malawi. Up to about 33% of Malawi, and also people who smoke. And we found out that up to 16% of Malawians abuse alcohol, and about 14% smoke. So those are significant numbers to warrant us as a country to go flat out in the fight against these conditions.
Right. Now, last year when we were passing the resolution here at the UN on non-communicable diseases, over 148 countries co-sponsored that, and that really showed that this is a global problem, and it was unanimously adopted. And of course, we had the two-day high-level meeting. What came out of that high-level meeting?
What came out was quite clear that we have a big problem in front of us that needs to be addressed. And as individual countries, we cannot manage it alone. We need to approach it as a team. And even within the countries, it should not be government alone. I mean, we need to involve, it should not be Ministry of Health alone. It should involve other ministries within the government. And outside governments, in the non-governmental organizations, I think they also need to come on board, so to civil society and also people in industry. So we have to go through it as a group. So that came out clear from the meetings that it needs a concerted effort. And yeah, that was one of the issues. And also calling on our development partners that we need to work hand in hand with them, plus also the UN organizations.
And so what is the Ministry of Health doing in collecting or getting this collective participation of the community in Malawi?
Yes, so far, the first thing that we did in the Ministry of Health is that this year we're in the process of developing our health sector strategic plan. So we've actually included non-communicable diseases in that plan. That is not all. We have what is called an essential health package. and we concluded non-communicable diseases in that essential package and then took it into our plan. What as a first step, of course, within the Ministry of Health, we established a section on non-communicable diseases and brought in a program manager. So there's a whole doctor in the ministry who will be looking after non-communicable disease issues. And that's, at present, we put it under the Directorate of Clinical Services. So that's the first measure. And then what we also in the process of doing at present is a national action plan, which will then lead us into a policy on non-communicable diseases. And helping us do all that is a task force comprising, of course, of members of the ministry, members from other ministries like education, agriculture, industry, labor, and all this. And in addition to those, we've also brought in some non-governmental organizations and civil society. In there, we have people groups like the Diabetic Association and the Cancer Registry and all. So all those people are coming together to work with government to make sure that we come up with a robust plan. So let me assure you that we've gone flat out in the fight against NCDs.
His Excellency Brian Bowler, who is the permanent representative of Malawi Mission to the UN. What role are you playing in the participation of so many departments coming from Malawi?
Well, thank you very much indeed. It's a great honor to have this morning coffee session with you, Janet, and with Charles. And Charles, you're most welcome to New York.
Thank you.
On the NCDs, which you've been talking about before I come to the operations of how the mission is running this new General Assembly, it's indeed worrisome for Malawi because we have many challenges with the NCDs affect the Millennium Development Goals. You may imagine these lifestyle diseases, if you are engaged in providing care at home for maybe a cancer patient, then you'd be not as productive as you really should be as a nation. So we have to find ways of dealing with these so-called lifestyle challenges. Malawi is in quite a difficult position on this one because we're also one of the world's largest tobacco growers. And the challenge is that internationally there's a huge lobby taking place to try and reduce smoking, which is in fact the cause of cancer. So we have to find other ways of earning our foreign currency and also producing enough agriculture to generate a life occupation, which has been so important to many Malawans in tobacco farming. In New York this time, we have Professor Peter Arthur Mutharika, who's our new foreign minister, and he's leading the delegation from Malawi, and Malawi is now poised to have many, many important meetings.
Now, this is Janet Karim for Malawi UN channel. Good day, until next time.